guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Shonte. So in today's episode we have How to Be a Boss by Lilly Singh. Lilly Singh is a YouTuber, TV host, comedian and actress, and I absolutely love her. So back in the days, like when I mean back in the days, I mean like 2016, 2017, even going further back, I used to watch Lilly on YouTube. Absolutely loved watching her videos, and then she brought out her book. I believe she brought out her book How to Be a Boss. It's her first book in 2017. The reason I wanted to do a video on it, to be fair, on my old videos, I actually have done a review on it, but those are all old videos, so we're gonna do a new video anyway. So the reason I wanted to do a video on it is because I was reading Emma Green's book Start With Yourself, and a lot of the things she was saying in her book have been said previously and in previous books, in previous business books. In order to be successful or have successful businesses, you'll realize that people say the same things in terms of their principles, how hard they work, their mindset, etc. And I remember this book has so many good gems. I love the fact how colourful this book is. So it's just big, bold, in your face. It has pictures, and I'll show you like these chapters. It's honestly, I love it. I love colour and everything. So the first chapter we have is Get Uncomfortable. Someone smart once said, again, I said she's a comedian, and it shows on the pages of her book, which I really enjoyed. So someone smart once said, everything you want is just outside your comfort zone. To be honest, I don't know who said it, so let's just pretend I am the smart person. I said it. Yay, me. It was actually said by Robert G. Allen, best-selling author, but whatever. Again, she's a comedian, it shows through on the pages. So, however, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations is crucial to developing new skills and gaining valuable experience. You have to seek out situations that make you uncomfortable and then throw yourself into them. You need to be out of your comfort zone. Everything you do, whether it's work, everyday life, you need to put yourself out of your comfort zone and throw yourself in them. The more uncomfortable you feel, the more you keep doing it, you gain your confidence. The next chapter I want to talk about is chapter 7, which is Call Yourself Out. This chapter is all about accountability and taking ownership of your actions. So number 1, we have take ownership. Number 2, we have calling yourself out. Number 3, we have finding solutions, and number 4 is communication. So under taking ownership, we have the blame game. I didn't hand in the project because Carl from Human Resources didn't remind me. He said he would. We have deflect mode. Well, Samantha didn't hand in her project either. We have deniability, which is I didn't know there was a project due today. And then we have ignore. At 7 p.m, here's my project, bye. So not only is this behavior frustrating for people who work with you, it robs you of the power to come up with a solution. If you admit to making a mistake, you can work on fixing it. But if you deny the entire thing, who's going to solve the issue? A boss does not use defense mechanisms to get out of cleaning up a mess they made, nor do they take half ownership for things. Here's an example of taking half ownership. Hey, I'm sorry my project is late. Carl was supposed to remind me, but he didn't. But even still, I'm really sorry. This is a boss ownership example. I know the project was due at 4 p.m. and it's now 7 p.m. For that I am sorry and no excuse is valid. As someone who works in a corporate environment, taking ownership and accountability is so important. When things go wrong, honestly, people, managers and etc. do not want to hear all the ifs, all the buts, all the defense mechanisms. They want to hear, 1, what happened, and 2, how are you going to move forward? How are you going to rectify this? They don't want to hear, oh, well, like this example says, well, Samantha didn't hand in her project either. Someone else also made this mistake. Someone didn't remind me. They don't want to hear that. They want you to take accountability. So yes, really enjoyed that chapter. Another chapter I really liked is chapter 8, Send the GPS Deep. This chapter is all about layers and digging deep to understand why we act the way we do. First, we have to look at our behaviors. Then our layer 1 is what we tell other people. Layer 2 is what you tell yourself. And layer 3 is the actual reason behind your behavior. I really enjoyed that chapter. I think it's a good chapter to understand, again, your behaviors, why you act the way you do, and how to address issues, have healthier relationships, etc. The next chapter I really enjoyed was Commit to Your Decisions. This is a chapter I really needed a reminder of for myself. It's so easy to start something or decide to start something and not follow through with it. So this chapter is all about committing to your decisions. Being a boss requires you not to only make great decisions that will help you achieve your goals, but also to commit to those decisions regardless of the obstacles you will face. The two most common obstacles are usually fear and distraction. I think this is a really good reminder, and you mainly see it on, let's say for example, social media, where someone starts something and then there's so many obstacles in the way. For example, they work a full-time job, they can't film this happens. You've got to commit to achieve something in life. You do have to commit, you have to play the long game. So yeah, this is a very good chapter reminding you to stick with it through all the obstacles if you want to achieve your goals. My next chapter I like is chapter 17, Aim High. I am such a believer in aiming high. Like, aim for the best. You need to want the best for yourself. You have got to aim high. And she talks about this in the book. I'm going to read the quote. So, a boss does not let anything stop them from aiming high. I ask crazy things of my team all the time, and I won't accept anyone telling me something is unrealistic. Don't give up before you even try. I refuse to believe something can't happen until I'm flat out told no. To be honest, sometimes even after hearing no, I still don't believe it can't be done. Why? Because I'm relentlessly determined, and you know what? It's worked out great for me so far. It's fine to push for what you want as long as you're charming and polite about it. If you aim low, you'll end up lower than you intended. That's why you have to aim high. No one else is going to compensate for your lack of ambition. I love that. It honestly is so true. In this life, you have got to aim high. I'm delusional. Like, you've got to be delusional sometimes that you will make it, because if you do not believe in yourself, who else is going to believe in yourself? As she said, no one else is going to compensate for your lack of ambition. No one else is going to compensate for your lack of ambition. Aim high. The next chapter I enjoyed is You Are an Architect. So there's no correct way of living life. Similarly, there's no one path that leads to success. A boss knows that there are many different pathways to every destination in life, and just because you've only been given one set of directions, that doesn't mean 10 other roads don't all lead to the same place. You're standing in the middle of a blank piece of paper. Unleash your inner architect and design your path to success. I think that's so important. We're so used to being told there's only one way in, there's only one door, and there isn't. Sometimes you have to find that door. Sometimes you have to create that door. Like the book says, you've only been given one set of directions. That doesn't mean 10 other roads don't all lead to the same place. I've been told this in my career. If one door is not available, carve out your own opportunities. Sometimes you have to carve out your own opportunities. Make that door. Do not rely on that door that already exists. Create your own door, guys. Okay? My next chapter I like is all about, you would have always heard this saying, you never want to be the smartest person in the room. If you're the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. It's all about learning, developing, wanting to learn off other people, asking questions. People always say that if you're the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. At the end of the day, you can't learn new things if you're always the one giving the lessons. You need to be around people who challenge you, intimidate you, and teach you new things. Being a boss isn't always about being the best. It's about placing yourself in the best situations. I love that. Okay? You need to be around people who challenge you, intimidate you, and teach you new things. Okay? Expand your circle. Expand where you go. Expand your network. Ugh. Yes, guys. I told you guys, this book has the best gems. I could be here all day long, but we're not going to be here all day long. I'm going to end with this. It is your job, solely yours, to create the best possible environment for yourself. It is not your parents' job, your boyfriend's job, or your teacher's job. It's your life, your goals, your ambitions, and therefore your task. You are a product of your environment, so decide wisely what kind of factory you want to be built in. As you can see by the smile on my face, I absolutely loved this book. Highly, highly recommend it. There are so many gems and important things in this book which will just help you be the best person you can, like the best version of yourself. And how Lilly Singh says it, a boss. You will be a boss by reading this book. So yes, that is the end of this video. If you've read it, let me know, and I'll see you lots in my next video. Bye guys.